Hi, I'm Anne with Sheepishlycute yarn. I had to think of what my name was. um, this will be my first episode, hopefully, not the last. And I wanted to reach out because I don't really have a lot of knitting community where I live in Ottawa, Illinois, and I love watching the different podcasts that I watch on YouTube and just seeing the way they, are able to interact with everybody, and I just love it. And I was like, I want to do that. So this is me doing that. So, let's see, I guess I'll just dive right into what I have finished this past week. I do knitting, I also spin, I do hand dyeing, as well as crocheting. I'm a major crafter. I'm coming to you from our nerd room, nerd headquarters, and oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. And I'm just gonna show you what I have finished over the last couple weeks. I'm a little congested. I haven't been feeling great with the weather change, but that's okay. So don't mind me if I sound just nasally. Sorry. So the first thing I have is I have this, I believe it's the 3-color cashmere shawl by Hokey Locatelli. I think I said that right. And I still have to block it and weave in my ends. I used worsted and fingering weight instead of fingering weight, so mine is a little shorter than her pattern. I had the pattern, but I don't remember where I left it. So the colors I have on my shawl are Malabrigo Rios is the turquoise, and then the multicolor purple is their Anniversario, I think is what it's called, and then that chartreusey green is a one-of-a-kind from Kevin at Needles at the Ready. I dove on it as soon as he started dyeing yarn because I love watching them. Even my husband watches them with me. So I just had to get it, and then I couldn't wait to knit with it. I still have a lot left because I didn't want to just use it in one project. I wanted to use it in a couple. So I have some more left, and I think I'm going to make socks and maybe a beanie. I don't know, a bunch of different things I want to do with it. I have it in it's not a ball sack. It is actually an old pair of leggings that I just cut the cuffs off and just used them for ball sacks. I do have a ball sack from Lila Styles that I got from her. That's Gilmore Girls themed. And I just love it. And I was like, ooh, I want more of these, but my budget wouldn't let me. So I had some old leggings that just over time have gotten holes and whatnot. And so I used the cuffs for ball sacks. So yeah, that's Kevin's one of a kind, but he has so many other colors that he's been dyeing up. It's so great. So yeah, this is my 3-color cashmere shawl. I love it so much. I'm holding it the wrong way. So, and obviously mine's not as big as it should be. And then my silly self, I forgot to do a couple rows of garter up here. So it kind of rolls over on itself, but I kind of like the way it looks that way. So I'm not sure if I'll leave it that way or if I'll do something else with it. But I still have to block it. But it's really warm here, so it's not really shawl weather. I mean, it could be, but it's like 90, so nobody wants to wear a shawl. But I love the way these colors turned out together. They just, the Malabrigo Rios together just pops, and then Kevin's color in there just, oh, it goes so great with the Anniversario. I even paired them together in this section of the pattern. Just to give it more of that green because I wanted to use as much of it as possible. So that's that. I still have to block it, leaving my ends. Look at it. It's crazy. And then hopefully I'll be wearing that eventually. And then it is Pride Month. So I wanted to do a couple different things for my daughter. So I made her a little pair of shorties out of turtles and pearl out of, I believe it's their, oh, I got it a while back. Maybe it's their Dark Side of the Moon colorway. I'm not sure. But I have a pair for myself that have contrasting heel, toes, and cuffs. And then I use the remainder for some little shorties for her. They're almost too short, but she loves them. So I've got these guys, and they turned out so great. And then I just did a, what did I do? A Kitchener stitch on the toe. And then I just did a, what did I do? I think I did a 2x3 ribbing on the top just to give it a little bit of something. So it turned out pretty great. I just love the rainbows. I could buy turtles and pearl all day and just knit self-striping forever. So the next finished object I have is another hat, or another project for my daughter. It is a hat. This is Knit Picks Rainbow. Their worsted weight. It's their worsted weight Felici that they just had out. I had to get some. So I made this, and then I'm also making one for myself. So when I was making this, I was using Ross's hat pattern and from Smells Like Yarn podcast. And I love his hat pattern. I've made so many of them. So I was using his hat pattern, and I messed up on the pattern. So I ended up making it too small for my head. So I was like, well, she'll love that. So I cast on a new one for myself. And I haven't gotten very far. So I've got my little stitch marker that I made on there, a little mushroom. And I do have a shop on Etsy. It might be under Geek Grab Bag on Etsy. But if you go, I have an Instagram, Sheepishlycute Yarn, and it will take you to my Etsy page. There's not a lot in there just because I do have a full-time job and, family and stuff. So I don't always have time to upload stuff on there, but I try to get stuff on there. I also sell some of my stuff through the independent bookstore here in town, and they do stock some of my yarn and some of my stitch markers and stuff like that. So if you're ever in Ottawa, you can always stop by and see what they have. But yeah, so this is my hat with the leftover yarn. I should have enough to make a hat, no problem. I think I might even have a little left over, maybe, fingers crossed. And then I have it in my bag that I made. I would love to buy every project bag that I see everybody make because they're all so gorgeous, but my budget won't allow that either. So I end up getting this fabric from Walmart, and then I, of course, had to add some nerd to it. And we've got our stormtroopers in there peeking out. And then I've just got a little gummy bear progress keeper on there for on my zipper. So I have that in one of my little project bags. And I just love the stormtroopers. I have extra fabric. I think I want to make a reverse and just have the stormtroopers on the outside and have like flowers on the inside. I think that'd be great. But yeah, so there's that. I guess that takes us into, well, no, I wouldn't count that as a whip. But let's see. I did say I do spin yarn as well. So I get my wool locally sourced mostly from Shepherd Woods Farm just outside of town. And she has a small flock, but she has so much that she's like purchased from other sellers and everything for different fibers and all that. So I purchased these Rolags from her, and I spun this up, and I'm working on spinning the other portion of to fly together with it, because I would not be able to knit with this. I would end up breaking it. I'm such a monster when it comes to tension. When I was spinning up these Rolags, there was some of the prettiest like little bits of like chartreuse green and all different hidden in here. So it's gonna be so great to see it spun up with the other. I have a variegated purple that I'm using. That will just, I think it will just look so great, and I love purple. So, but so there's that. And then and I haven't been spinning very long. I actually learned to spin right before COVID hit last year. And it was something that I was really looking forward to doing more of. And then, you know, everybody kind of had to stay indoors, so it was practicing at home and watching YouTube videos and different things. And then I really found podcasts and the knitting community out there that I did not know was there, and it's so exciting to me because it gives me, you know, more inspiration, and I get to see other projects that people are doing. Now that things are starting to open back up again, I'm gonna try to see if the independent bookstore in town would do a knit night or a crafting night, because not everybody knits. Sometimes I don't feel like knitting. Sometimes I'm crocheting or sewing, or who knows, whatever day the wind is blowing, I guess I'll be doing something different. So I want to do that just to have a little bit more sense of community. You know, nobody in my family knits or crochets. My daughter has picked up crocheting a couple times, but she always gets bored with it. So hopefully when she gets older, she will pick it up a little bit more. But if she doesn't, it's cool. So my next thing is, let's see, what do I have in here? I've got some socks. Oh, I do have some yarn that I dyed. I can pop in and show you really quick. So this is called Mermaid Hair Don't Care, and it's just some minis that I dyed up. And then it's just got this pretty little Progress Keeper stitch marker to go with it on a lobster claw. I just like them. I feel like you could clip them to your little knitting, or they'll fit onto, you know, a US 8 needle, so you can slide them in, or however you like to put your stitch markers or your Progress Keepers on there. And this is Superwash. I don't remember where I got it from. So it's Superwash base. I believe it's, I don't have it on here. It's 172 yards. It's 30 grams, but I don't think that's right. I think these are 10 each, so that'd be 40 grams. But yeah, I don't know. And it's got our little logo on it, so it's got the price on it too. But and then I've got taffy apples, which I just love these. They're like, I thought of taffy apples because of I love Granny Smith apples. I love that green apple. And then the caramel, you know, that you would get. Oh, I just love it. It's such a great, like, I'm so ready for fall just because of the warmer weather. I would just, if I could just live in fall all the time, I would. So that is some of the yarn that I've dyed. I don't have a lot here just because I do keep it in stock at the bookstore. And I'm a very small dyer. It's just me. So I dye what I can when I can. And then if I am able to do more, I do a little bit more. So let's see. I also have, let's go into whips. We'll do some whips. So I have this project in another bag that I've sewn. This one is a Beauty and the Beast fabric, and I totally messed it up, and I didn't pay attention when I was sewing it. I sewed this panel in upside down. So and then the inside is a fabric I got when I was in Houston with my cousin. So in here I have these beauties. I love these socks so far. They're turning out so cute. This is just a vanilla sock. It's just, I cast on 60 stitches because I have a big foot, but a narrow foot. So I have tried in different sizes, and I think that 60 stitches works pretty good for me. I'm debating on putting a heel in this. I might just do a whole, you know, like a sock and then just do the toe, I'm not sure yet. So the colors that I have in this are, this is Glow Stick by Leading Men Fiber Arts. They are only like an hour and a half for me, and I am addicted. So I normally just order online from them. When I get to go in. I did get to go for their opening, their grand opening of their shop, which was so cool. And I love all the colors they have, and I haven't found a base that I don't love. So that's their Glow Stick colorway. And then the pink is Aphrodite. It's Knit Picks kettle dyed yarn. And it's got dog hair on it. I have 2 dogs. What are you gonna do? And I love this pink. It looks so great together. I love it. And then this is just a sock yarn that I got from Shepherdwood Farms when she had a little sock clearance sale or whatever a couple months back, and I was able to pick this up. I believe it is merino, mulberry silk, and nylon blend, but it's just got this great like variegated purple to it, and I just love how it's knitting up together. I have to keep them all kind of separate, but it's just so great. Like, I love these colors. They kind of remind me of like Scooby-Doo. And I just love it. And then this is a stitch marker that I made. I don't know. Like I said, I do too many things. I can't stop myself. I don't so I have a sock on there, and this is just the first sock. I cannot wait. I've been knitting and knitting and knitting, trying to get this one done so I can get the second one done so I can wear them. Even though it's 90 degrees, I still want to wear them. And I have these on Chagoos. This is my first time using Chagoos, and I really like these. They're 9-inch circulars, and every time I say 9-inch circulars, I think of Ray from Needles at the Ready, and it just makes me laugh. So these are, let me see if I can see it. These are 2.25 millimeters. Yep. A US 1. I think that's what that says. Yeah, so, and then, like I said, they're 9-inch circulars. I love using the 9-inch circulars. I have knit on the magic loop method before, and it's pretty good, but I always find that I have a hard time with like laddering and stuff on my sides, so it's just something I have to work on. But I don't mind using doing one sock at a time. I don't normally have a second sock syndrome. I normally just get super excited because I want to finish the socks and wear them, so I normally am able to cast on right away for the next sock. I do have a couple pairs of socks that I have finished that I just didn't have in here with me because I'm a dork, but I'll have to show you guys periodically. So hopefully I am doing this as part of the summer sock camp by what was it, Crazy Sock Lady. I just came across her podcast just the other day, and I just love all the different yarns that she has and all the different sock patterns and stuff. So I'm just knitting it as part of that. So I'm excited because she's got some great socks in there, and I like seeing the other socks people have made. I've never been a big garment knit person until this last year, and I finished my first hand-spun, hand-knit sweater March of last year. Right when COVID hit, I just sat down for the week, and I knit it out, and I got it all done because I was just like, I just needed something good at that moment. I did end up pulling out that sweater because I didn't like the other yarn that I had used with my hand spun, because I had done a alpaca silk blend. It's this really pretty green with flecks in it. I'll have to pull it out and show you. I didn't like the white that I had used with it, and it was kind of scratchy, so I pulled it out and I used that yarn on a different project. But I still have extras, so I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna make with it. Maybe I'll just do it in like a scrappy warm blanket. That'll be nice for like the winter, because it does get cold here. Let me see. I do have coffee. It is like, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know what time it is, but coffee is coffee. So all the time, all day. I like coffee for the taste. I like coffee because it's coffee. I have problems. So the other thing I'm going to show you is a work in progress that I have, and I'm going to call it what's in my basket, because normally when it's a big project, I have it in a big basket. So these are all my colors that I have in my basket. So this is all, well, not all of it. This is Karen Simply Soft, which is an acrylic based yarn. And I bought them for the neon colors because I just love the neon colors. Look at that. That's so pretty. And then these are Alpaca Blend. It was a bear base that my husband bought me for my birthday. So I dyed them up in these really pretty like neon speckles all over it. Isn't that great? Oh, and I'm using this as the collar on my cardigan I'm knitting. So I'm knitting I believe it's the Harvest cardigan by Tin Can Knits. It's been so long. I've just been in Stockinette City, so I've been knitting. I haven't had to look at the pattern. I'm right in the middle of a row. Let's see. So I can kind of show you what I've got going. Let me grab my needle stopper so I don't lose everything off these needles. There we go. There. Okay. So I have gotten most of it done. I think I might go longer because I like a longer cardigan, because I like to wear them like at work and stuff. Even though it's warm, it's cold inside because of the air. So I like to wear them at work, and I am not afraid of color, you guys. I love color, crazy colors. I just, it's my favorite. So, and I am in love with these colors. At first, when I first started, I was like, ooh, I don't know. And then I've just been going and going, and I just love it. So it will be like folded over like that, kind of, when I'm wearing it. So this is the collar, and this collar is that multicolored that I dyed, the like neon speckles, and then the Karen Simply Soft. So the Karen Simply Soft, like when I was knitting this, I was knitting it on Knit Picks nickel plated needles, which I love, but I was seeing the yarn was like breaking a lot, and it was really difficult to keep knitting with it. I was just like, oh. So a couple maybe it's been about 2 months, I think. I came across the Mindful Collection needles from Knit Picks, and they are gorgeous. I didn't buy the whole set. I just bought one needle, and then the swivel cord, and then I saw that Ross was buying them, and he had the same thought that I did. So I bought them thinking, oh, I just killed my camera. Are you there? There we go. So I bought them thinking, oh, they're the same type, they're Knit Picks, so I can use them with my other needles. And I totally can, which I'm super excited about. But I love the Mindful needles so much that I haven't used them. I love the cord, but the needles, they're like a lace tip, and they work really well with the Karen Simply Soft, because it does, like, it breaks. Not breaks. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to pick up the whole thing. I feel like it like untwists. So I've just been knitting along on this now that I've got these new needles in there, because they are just, it's so great to work with them. So that is this beauty. So all my big projects are going to be in my basket. So if I'm working on a big project, which I normally am because I'm crazy, it'll be what's in my basket. Because I normally have a couple project bags here and there that I'm working on stuff, but they're normally like in my bag so that I can take knitting with me everywhere. And but the bigger projects I normally leave at home because they get so jumbled and everything in your bag. It's just a pain in the butt. So I just have them in my basket. So what's in my basket will be my bigger projects. And sometimes my basket won't change for a while. So that's just life. What else do I have? I have another work in progress that I haven't worked on in a while. I was working on it a lot, and then I got pretty far on the body, and I realized that I tried it on and it was too small, like here, and I had made an adjustment and it didn't fit. So I pulled back past it's a sweater. So I pulled back past the sleeves where I had originally split for the sleeves. I pulled it back to go back to the yoke. So this is on Knit Picks needles as well. This is a US 4 3.5 millimeter needle, and this is just on the regular cord, you can tell. So the yarn that I'm using in this one, this is just an acrylic white yarn that I got from Hobby Lobby. But this rainbow that you see, this is April Showers, I believe, gradient set by Leading Men Fiber Arts. And then this green is Avocado from Knit Picks. And I was watching Needles at the Ready, and Ray had knit this, I believe it was a pattern by, I'm not going to remember the name. I think it was something Flood. It was a hoodie, and it was just gorgeous. I think him and Kevin both knit one, and then I think a couple other podcasters were knitting it as well. And I just love the color. Green is my favorite color. So I saw it and I was like, oh, I have to knit that. So I got some to add to the bottom of my sweater. So I've got my rainbow robots, and the robots are just a chart I found. And then I just modified them to go with my sweater and my size. And then when I split for the sleeves, I just didn't add enough under my arms. So it was just too tight and pinchy here. So I pulled it back, and I just haven't worked on it lately because I've just been working on smaller projects and spinning and everything else. But I need to go back to it because I want to wear this so bad. But it's kind of warm now. You can see my floats. I mean, they're kind of okay. It's not too bad. I try not to keep it too tight because I was afraid it was going to not fit. But if it doesn't fit, I guess I'll just give it to my daughter. She'll love the crap out of it. So I do have it in my Lila Styles bag. Like I said, I would buy all the project bags in the world, but this one I could not resist. It is all the Saturday morning cartoons from like growing up as a kid, and oh my god, it's got the gummy bears and everything on it, and Inspector Gadgets. It's got Rainbow Brights. It's so great. I don't know if she has any of these in her shop right now, but she has some gorgeous bags, and I just love this bag so much. It's got Care Bears and Ghostbusters. Oh, it's so great. There's Dennis the Menace and Ninja Turtles. Fantastic. And then it's just got a little polka dot inside. So it's just great. And it stands up pretty well by itself. It's fantastic. The yarn, I have the yarn for my body of my sweater, like I said, because I had a lot in there. And then I pulled it back, so there's all that. I have more over there. But then these are the little sections I have left from the gradient set from the Leading Men Fiber Arts. Gradient. I believe it's called April Showers. Yeah, I think that's what it was. So, yeah, here's that set. And these colors. I love them so much. They're so pretty. Just the pastels. Look at gorgeous. They haven't had a gradient set that I haven't wanted to buy immediately. It's bad. I have refrained, but I do have quite a few. I got their WandaVision set that they had. Oh, I was so excited for that because we are big nerds in this house, and I love the Scarlet Witch and Vision, of course, and that was just such a great show, and I'm so excited to do a project with that. But I have to find the best, nerdiest project to do it with so that it really just shines that it's WandaVision, you know? So I do have projects that I'm going to cast on but haven't yet because I'm trying to clean up some of my needles and whips. I have this one. Oh, I love this one. This is just in a 31 bag that my daughter gave me for Christmas. So, that of course I snatched up for a project bag because it's just great. It's a wet and dry bag. So I have this, these are Haunt knits. Hold on, I might have the tag in here. It should be in here. It might not be in here. These are Haunt. I believe it's Haunt knits. This is Rory Goes to Yale in her sparkle sock. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I'm so excited. And this one is the, what is it? The Extraordinarily Fabulous Lorelai Gilmore. I think I'm messing that up. But I'm a big Gilmore Girls fan. Me and my best friend and cousin watched it all the time growing up, and it helped us through a lot during like teen years and stuff like that. You know, that was back when it was still airing and you had to wait for the next episode. So I am going to do a, what's the name of it? It's right here. I have the pattern because I was knitting something else on it. I believe it's a Hokie too. I'm going to do the Pure Joy. That's a Hoagie Locatelli pattern. Yeah. So I'm going to do the Pure Joy with these two. So I have them caked up and ready to go. And I've had them caked up for a while. I just haven't done it. So I was working on this. This Pure Joy, but I totally messed it up. So I have to pull it back out, and then re-cake my yarn. So this yarn is True Crime and Chill. Guess what? It's Lehman Fiber Arts. So it's on their Showstopper Gradient. It's True Crime and Chill. And I have all of the skeins in here. And then I bought an extra skein. I think it was Trapdoor. Yeah. I bought a skein of their Intermission Trapdoor, which is this guy right here, which is that multicolor you see. It's so great. It's got all the different to go for the main color, and then I have all the minis to do for the striping instead of doing one color. I just love them, you guys. True Crime. Oh, I can't get enough. I love watching Joe Kenda. Discovery Plus. But so I'm going to rip this back and redo it because I wasn't paying attention and I messed up. But I love the different patterning that you get, like with her pattern. It's just so great. I love the little eyelets, and this is my first time doing like eyelets and stuff, so I think I did pretty good. But I definitely messed up, so I got to pull it back and redo it. But you can kind of see it right there. It's so pretty. See it? So yeah, I'm going to redo that and then finish that one, and then I'm going to cast on this one because these are just gorgeous, and these are totally colors that I would wear all the time. So like I said, I love the crazy colors. So there's my Pure Joy. Well, two of them. So I'll be working on those eventually. I have been off work for the last year or so, and just like in the last 3 months I got a new job, and I've been working, so I haven't had as much time to knit as I did before, which I'm like, oh, but it's good because I really like my new job. I used to be a preschool teacher and assistant and director of a daycare, and it was just a lot. And then I have asthma, so I already have health issues, and then with COVID it was just really scary and I didn't feel comfortable. So I ended up looking for a different career or different job path. Now I work at a school photography company located here in town that my husband works at, so that was nice. And then so I've been doing that, and it's definitely different. I definitely miss the kids sometimes, but sometimes not so much. But I've got my own fur babies and kid that can keep me busy. So but let's see what else. I think that's it that I have in front of me. I mean, I have a lot of other stuff. I have so many different projects that I want to work on, and just yarn that's just, it's just got me going. I'm just ready to go. Knit just every second of every day. But I have a northeasterly on the needles over there, but I haven't worked on it in a while, and I'll probably have to go back and look at the pattern some more because I don't know if I know how to do it anymore. But I'm super excited. I don't have any acquisitions or breaking the bank or stash enhancement or restock in the pantry or whatever you want to call it. I don't have anything in front of me right now, but I did get to order some Trilogy yarns, which I have never had Trilogy yarns and I wanted some so bad. I did get to order their her collaborative that she's doing with Stitching the High Notes, their Practical Magic Advent for Halloween, which, guys, Halloween, it's my favorite. I did get to order that, so I'm super excited. And then she just had a shop update. Nancy at Trilogy Yarns did, and she had her Hocus Pocus colorways in from last year, which I did not get to get the Advent. So I was able to get a couple of those. So as soon as they ship, I'm so excited. I'll be showing you guys. And then I also ordered some stuff from Lady Man Fiber Arts because I have a problem. They have a new colorway for June. It's Don't Rain on My Parade, and it is so gorgeous. It's just this rainbowy, and then it's got like this gray. It's just gorgeous. I almost ordered it in mohair, and I'm like, why am I ordering mohair? Like, I have no project that I want to knit in mohair. But I did get some, and I'm super excited for it to come. I do have some mohair Shetland blend that I'm going to be spinning. That's just white. I want to knit with mohair, but I'm kind of afraid because it seems like it's going to take a lot, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I know I watch the Grocery Girls and love them, and they just crack me up. And I know that they love mohair, and all the stuff they knit is so beautiful. I cannot wait to knit something out of mohair. I just got to find the right project and see how it goes. I want to knit some tank tops or something for the summer. I haven't really knit a lot with cotton. I've just done dishcloths, you know, and I have some cotton, but I'm kind of trying to find a good tank top pattern to knit and see how I like it. I'm obviously not slim, so I have to find the right pattern that fits my body type, which is a lot easier to do now because a lot more people are, you know, realizing that not everybody is the same size. So that's really nice. That's one thing I really love about knitting and making my own garments is that I can make it fit me, and I don't have as much of a hard time going to a store and finding something that's going to fit me the way I want it to fit me, or finding a great sweater, but it's crop top, and it's crop top for somebody that's a size 3, and I'm not a size 3. So just stuff like that. I can't wait to show you guys more of what I have to share in my next episode. Hopefully there'll be more episodes. Hopefully you guys like this. I don't do editing. I probably should. I don't know. I'm hoping that this doesn't go very long. Like, time-wise, I don't think I can talk for like an hour or whatever by myself, but maybe if I have more stuff to show you, I could. Maybe I'll have some spinning on here, like some actual showing you spinning, and maybe I'll have sewing or whatever. I don't know. Just gonna kind of see what I feel like doing that day. It was really difficult to push the record button. I did it about 6 times and had a brain fart every single time. So, but yeah, I think that's all I've got for you guys today. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you guys like this video. All right, bye.